All right. So we are trying to run this solo game back. Um, I recorded a video where I randomly rolled up some stats for Solodark, and I'm sorry for the quality. I'm doing my best to fix this. Camera is doing the autofocus thing. I apologize for that, but back a few months ago, I wrote up some stats. The video didn't do that well, so I just kind of moved on with my life. But we're gonna go ahead and try this again. So I'm gonna look up the stats here, and we will pick a class. I'm gonna try again here. So from what I remember, um, I can do it better than remembering. I actually rolled a 12, 17, 12. 11, 11, 11. And with that, I think I am going to, you know what? Um, there's an official ranger class, and I don't know why I'm struggling with this. Hold on. Oh my gosh, where did she put the ranger class here? All right, folks, I found it. So, folks, the ranger class is in Curse Scroll number 4, which I did not download until just now. So, that is why I couldn't find it, even though I found levels 1 through 3. Now I got the whole thing, levels 1 through 10, which there really isn't anything different, is there? Anyway, um, so we're going to be a ranger. Ranger that can use dagger, longbow, longsword, short bow, short sword, spear, and staff. They can use leather armor and chainmail. Hit points 1d8 per level. They have a property of Wayfinder. You have advantage on checks associated with navigation, tracking, bushcraft, stealth, and wild animals. Perfect. And then herbalism. Make an int check to prepare an herbal remedy you choose. If you fail, you can't make the remedy again until you successfully rest. Unused remedies expire in 3 rounds. So I'm going to choose human as my ancestry. I'm going to be lawful. So, what's a good background for me? I think we're gonna roll that up here. They have a chart in Solodark, a D20 chart I'm gonna roll. I roll a 9, which is an herbalist. Plants, medicines, and poison. So I guess I'm really good at it. So I guess I was an herbalist prior to venturing, and then I took up the bow. Although I am lawful, I'll choose Geed or Gid, the god of feast, mirth, and the wilds, as my deity. Um, my title is Wanderer because I am old school. When I learned how to play D&D, the classes had level titles, and I loved all of those things. So, Human Ranger. I'm gonna roll on the chart in the Shadowdark book for a name and for inspiration, and I won't necessarily deal with that. I got 6, which is Denton. You know what? Denton works. So the human, I get 1 extra talent. Correct. So I need to write down Wayfinder, talent, and herbalism. Uh, and then I will roll 2d6 for talents, getting an 8, which on this chart is a +2 to strength, dexterity, or intelligence. I think getting my intelligence up to a bonus is a good idea. And as a human, my ancestry gives me 1 additional talent roll at level 1. So in addition to having the 1. Human. My talent level 1's +2 hit. My talent and for my human roll will be 5. +1 to melee or ranged attacks and damage. I envision with a 17 dex that I'm going to be skirmishing a lot, so +1 to hit and damage range. That'll be pretty good to have. Boy, it really would have been nice to roll that natural 2. All right, I need to gear up, so I'm going to pause this. I'm going to gear up, and then I'll come back and tell you what I picked. All right, so I managed to roll an 11, so I had 55 gold pieces. Lucky me. I got myself a crawling kit, so that's flint and steel, 2 torches, 3 rations, which only take up one slot, 10 iron spikes, which only take up 1 slot, a grappling hook, 60 feet of rope, leather armor, a longbow, a quiver of 20 arrows, and a longsword, leaving me with 1 slot remaining. And instead of using the section here for keeping track of that stuff, I actually took the standard Shadowdark character sheet and just put the sheet on top of an 8.5 by 11. So I have a whole half a sheet of paper in the back to, keep track of my gear and write my notes and all this kind of stuff. I do like the form factor of the Shadowdark character sheet, but it is just easier for me to be able to write larger. Although I did note my backpack here, so yeah, only got 1 spot, 1 gear slot available. It's driving me nuts here. Let me write Denton a little bit better. So I am my own GM, so I'm going to declare that I have a dwarf companion, and regardless of whatever, I'm going to say he has 6 gear slots available. So makes sense for me. Not gonna sweat it too much. And while I'm thinking about it, how about we'll roll up our dwarf friend's name. So character names. Dwarf, we'll roll a d20. Let's see if I like this. 19, Sarna. I like that. A female dwarf. That's not the direction that I was going to go, but I'm glad that happened. So I have Sarna, my female dwarf companion. I will basically pick a stat block to use for her, and that will represent her, and then she'll have 6 slots available. And there we have it. This is my starting party. I'm level 1, 0 XP out of 10 to earn. Hit point, I'm going to be generous and give myself maximum hit points, which is 8. Do I have a con bonus? Yes, I do. So I have 9. Leather armor. What armor class is that? Is that 10 plus level, or is it 11? Leather armor, 11 plus dex mod. So 11 plus 3 is 14. All right, 9 hit points and 14 armor class. We're doing pretty good. I think I'm gonna use a guard stat block. That'll get me close, right? So a guard is AC 15, chainmail and shield. Hit points 4. attack, one spear or long sword. I'm just gonna change it to like an axe, spear or axe, and just kind of leave everything else the same. Guard stat block. And 6 gear slots. All right, what else we got? I guess we're gonna get this adventure rolling. I will pause and be right back. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna consult the bones to determine um, what general direction that Denton and Sarna will be traveling to find the adventure site. The adventure site will be somewhere in the wilderness, and I'm going to use the wilderness charts from Solodark to determine all of that stuff and use my best judgment to, um, to play out stuff and everything like that. So it's Solodark. We'll be looking for a place called the so I'm rolling a yellow and a white D10, and basically just for this I'm going to use whatever feels good. So we're looking at either an 18 or an 81. 18 would give me a prison. 81 would give me a lair. All right, okay, so we'll go with lair. 95 or 59. 59 is of the golden. 95 is of the prophesied. Let's go with of the golden. So we're lair of the golden. 61 warlord or 16 pirates. We're going to go with the lair of the golden warlord. Sorry, folks, just being conventional. Lair. Well, who is this warlord? Is it an orc? Is it a human? Is it a dwarf? We're just gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Human, orc, dwarf. Orc. So our warlord is an orc. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a couple of prompts here and we'll see what this is gonna tell me. 90. Mislead. 11. Prosperity. I think the warlord promised the citizenry in the area that he was not there to conquer. He was actually there to help them, and the people believed him, and now they are under his control. And my goal is to find his lair wherever it is, because it's hidden somewhere in the wilderness, and deal with him. I like that. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm envisioning that this is kind of, we are in forest. So the forest danger level is 2, unsafe. Let's see here. Does it have a point of interest? Ooh, yes, it does. What is the point of interest in this hex to begin? I need a D8 there. Point of interest 5, a flood. So this is a flooded wilderness hex. Flooded forest. Oh, no. I misrolled that. I know there's a point of interest, but I need to roll a point of interest on the D20. This this hex. So sorry about that, folks. It's a forest. Point of interest is a rolling a D20, 19, a barbarian camp. That's really interesting. Sorry, you guys can't see. You can't see what's written on here on the sheet unless I get really up close here. There's not much to go by anyway. Well, I don't want to get. Let's ask. Is this barbarian camp? Is this barbarian camp related to our warlord? I would like to say no, so it's unlikely. So we're gonna roll with disadvantage. On the oracle result, we're rolling a d20. 1 to 9 is a no, 10 is a twist, 11 to 20 is a yes. I rolled a 13 and a 2, so no. Well, and then since this barbarian camp is not related to my goal of finding the lair of the Golden Warlord, we're gonna stealth our way around it. Fortunately for me, I am a wayfinder, so I roll that with advantage. I'm just gonna default everything to 12 unless otherwise noted. I'm rolling with advantage. Sana will. I'm just going to. I'll roll with advantage, and then I'll roll for Sana, and then we'll see. Am I making it too hard on myself? Maybe. All right. That was bad. 6 and a 6. So we have. Oh boy! I guess we can use our luck token early. Oh, 8. Oh, so close. All right. So I failed, but I failed by 1. I think our barbarian folks are not. They're not going to attack immediately or anything like that. They're going to. So we're spotted, but I'm going to roll for their reaction because I don't necessarily know how they're going to respond to us. They might be. I don't know. Let me stop talking. Reaction roll. TD6 plus charisma mod. I have charisma mod of plus 0. And I roll a 6 and a 3, which is a 9, which is a neutral. And a barbarian calls out, "Who goes there?" I am Denton, the Wanderer. I did not. I mean no harm. Me and my companion Sarna. Do they believe that? I would be inclined to say yes. So once again, 11 or higher is a yes. 1 to 9 is a no. 10 is a twist, and we're rolling. We're gonna. Since I think they're inclined to believe this, I'm gonna roll this with advantage. And 11, yes, okay. Stay away from our livestock. You get any closer, if you look like you're threatening, we will act in kind. Affirmative. And we will continue along our way. All right. What else can we do? Let's see what the next hex brings us. Eight. That is more forest. Point of interest? No. Okay. Oh. All right. Yeah, 8. Same as Same as current terrain. No point of interest. It is risky. So, since it's a risky, I'm actually going to roll. I should have rolled for unsafe, but whatever. Risky, okay. We're gonna have an encounter, folks. So, what kind of encounter are we going to have? Let's find out. Okay. Random encounters. Our starting distance is gonna be 5, which is far. Thank goodness. We're probably, are we dealing with an animal? Are we dealing with a, out here, it is 50-50. No, it's not. It's most likely we're dealing with an animal. So I'm gonna roll with advantage for yes. And if it's no, then it's going to be some sort of a humanoid, and this could be more interesting. It's yes, so it's an animal. We will say like anything dangerous. No. All right. So it's like a deer or something. Well, we'll say it's a moose. So it can be dangerous, and it's counted, and it's far. Its starting distance is far, and it is 10. Sleeping. Okay, that's kind of odd. All right. So we'll say it's like resting, right? Um, we don't want to spook it, so we're just gonna kind of sneak around it. I don't really need to roll for that. I'm gonna treat this like easy d6. So basically, I should be able to go around it. And if I roll a 1, then something wild happens. I don't roll a 1. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Next hex, 2d6. New hex is going to be 11. Current terrain plus 2 steps. So current terrain is forest plus 2 steps. Ocean. Okay, that's odd. Danger level is unsafe. So we're gonna roll. So what I'm doing is, I'm not like spending a whole lot of time in these hexes. This is kind of like I'm going quick. So basically, if it's safe, it's only a 1 in 6 chances there being an encounter. Unsafe, I'll say 2 in 6, 3 in 6, and 4 in 6 for risky and deadly. And that way, I can kind of quickly resolve this. All right, but we are going to have an encounter. But do we have a point of interest? No. Encounter by the ocean. Oh boy. You know, we have an ocean. We have random encounter tables, and I haven't been using them. But now is a good time because I have no idea what I would do for an ocean encounter. So we're just going to go ahead and roll on the encounters table on page 168. 65. So by default, when I'm rolling my dice, my yellow is the 10s die. 65 is going to be a school of 2d20 jellyfish descend upon the PCs. Oh gosh, it's 22? Nah, that doesn't make any sense. I don't like that one. We're just gonna, we're actually, let's see what 56 gives us. A colossal rogue wave lasting 1d4 rounds threatens vessels or threatens us as well. So we're just gonna go ahead and I like that. Okay, so 2 rounds. All right. Oh boy. So tsunami. We are gonna have to like take cover because this was very much unexpected. And there's got to be some like rocks or something. Are there rocks or anything that we can rocks, trees, whatever Unlikely, so disadvantage. But there are large enough rocks or whatever for us to take cover. So we're going to do that. Um, we are going to make a. I can see this being a dexterity check. I can also definitely see this being a strength check to avoid being washed away. So we're going to roll dex for me and strength for Sarna. Dex for me is a 12. Strength for Sana is a 10. That's not good. So Sana is going to get washed. Sana is going to take 2 damage, and it's rolling. And another wave is coming in, and this is bad. Natural 20. Managed to deal with the wave for the second round. Has to try to. Sana's going to have to try a strength check with disadvantage to grab onto something. We'll call it a 12. 17 and a 20. All right, so she does that. And we survived that encounter. Now here's a question. Is our warlord nearby? Where nearby? I'm just going to roll straight up. And if there is, it better probably be hard to find. No. Okay. So, and I think that is where I'm going to end this. See you later.